Ravi sat quietly at the corner table of the large wedding hall. The room was bright and beautiful. There were flowers everywhere, white roses, marigolds, and jasmine garlands hung from the ceiling. Soft lights twinkled like stars. The music played in the background, and many people were laughing and dancing. But Ravi was not part of any of it. He sat alone, staring at his glass of water. Ravi was the richest man in the city. People called him a genius. He was the CEO of a big company that made a lot of money. But here, at this wedding, none of that mattered. This was his cousin's wedding. His family had asked him to come. But Ravi did not want to be here. He felt out of place. Ravi looked around the room. Most people were sitting with friends or family. They smiled, talked, and enjoyed themselves. But Ravi felt lonely. It was not because there were no people near him. It was because there was no one who really knew him. He thought about why he was alone. It was not the first time. His work took all his time. He worked hard every day and night to make his company better. But his personal life was empty. He had no close friends, no girlfriend, no one to call family besides his relatives. He sighed and took a small sip from his glass. His eyes looked tired. The light from the chandelier above made his dark hair shine a little. He looked calm on the outside, but inside, his heart felt heavy. Suddenly, a soft voice spoke beside him. "Excuse me," said the voice. Ravi turned his head and saw a young woman standing next to him. She looked nervous. She wore a simple blue sari. Her eyes were kind and bright, but they showed worry. "Can I sit here?" she asked softly. Ravi nodded. She smiled a little and sat down. "My name is Anya," she said. "I know you don't know me. But I need your help." Ravi looked at her, curious. "My aunt is trying to introduce me to a man I don't know," Anya explained quietly. "He is coming here soon. I don't want to meet him. He's not the one I want to marry." Ravi listened carefully. "I want you to pretend you are my date," she whispered. "Just for a little while. Please." Ravi was surprised. "Why me?" he asked. Anya looked down and then back at him. "You are alone here. Like me. And you look kind. I don't want to face that man alone. Can you help me, please?" Ravi thought for a moment. He had no plans for the evening. He did not want to be alone. And helping Anya seemed easy. "Okay," he said quietly. "I will do it." Anya smiled warmly. "Thank you," she said. A few minutes later, a tall man walked towards their table. He was dressed in a sharp suit and looked serious. Anya's smile disappeared. "Stay close," she whispered to Ravi. The man stopped in front of them and smiled politely. "Hello, Anya." "I am Raj," he said. Anya stood up quickly. "Raj, this is my friend Ravi," she said, pointing to Ravi. "We are together tonight." Raj looked at Ravi and nodded. "Nice to meet you, Ravi," he said. Ravi smiled back. Raj then looked at Anya again and said, "I hope you are well." Anya smiled nervously. "Yes, thank you." Raj moved on to talk with other guests. Anya sat down again and sighed with relief. "Thank you for helping me," she said. Ravi smiled. "Sometimes, we all need someone by our side," he said softly. Anya looked at Ravi with surprise. "Is it the same for you?" she asked. Ravi nodded slowly. "Yes," he said. Even though I have many people around me, I often feel alone. Anya's eyes softened. Why? She asked. Ravi took a deep breath. My work is important, he said. But it takes everything from me. I have no time for friends or love. Anya listened quietly. Sometimes, success feels empty, Ravi said. Anya smiled gently. I understand, she said. For the first time that night, Ravi felt a small warmth in his heart. The music played softly again. Couples were dancing nearby. People were smiling and happy. But at the corner table, two strangers found a small comfort in each other's company. The lonely billionaire and the nervous girl sat side by side. They were both pretending to be something they were not. But for now, it was enough. Ravi looked at Anya and smiled. Thank you for sitting with me, he said. Anya smiled back. Thank you for pretending, she said. And in that moment, the wedding did not feel so lonely anymore. The soft music played again as the evening grew deeper. Lights twinkled above like tiny stars, and the air smelled sweet with flowers and fresh food. But Ravi and Anya sat quietly at their corner table, watching others enjoy the party. Anya glanced at Ravi and then back at the dance floor. For a moment, she looked unsure. Then she took a deep breath. Would you dance with me? She asked quietly. Ravi blinked, surprised. He had not danced at any wedding in a long time. In fact, he was not very good at dancing. I don't know how to dance, he said honestly. Anya smiled kindly. It's okay. Just one dance. I will guide you. For some reason, Ravi agreed. Maybe it was because tonight felt different. Or maybe because Anya's smile was warm, and he wanted to be part of something real even for a little while. They stood up, and Anya held out her hand. Ravi took it carefully, and together they moved to the center of the room. The music changed to a slow, gentle song. Couples held each other close and swayed to the beat. Anya moved gracefully, her eyes soft and calm. Ravi followed her lead, feeling awkward at first but slowly relaxing. For a moment, everything around them disappeared. The lights, the noise, the people, none of it mattered. There was only the music and the quiet closeness of the two strangers dancing. Ravi felt something he hadn't felt in a long time: peace. When the song ended, they stepped back to their table, breathing a little heavier. Anya looked at Ravi with a small smile. Thank you, she said. Ravi smiled back. I never thought I could enjoy this. Anya nodded. Sometimes, we surprise ourselves. They sat again, but now the silence between them felt comfortable. It was not heavy or lonely anymore. Why did you come to this wedding alone? Anya asked after a moment. Ravi looked down at his glass. I don't really have close friends, he said softly. I work a lot. People see me as successful, but I'm often alone. Anya's eyes were kind. I understand that feeling. She looked away for a moment, then back at him. My family is important to me, she said. But sometimes, they don't understand what I want. Ravi nodded slowly. What do you want? Anya smiled sadly. To be free. To make my own choices. Ravi looked at her carefully. Do you feel trapped? He asked. Anya hesitated but then nodded. Yes. Sometimes, I feel like I'm living someone else's life. Ravi reached out and gently touched her hand. Thank you for sharing that, he said quietly. Anya smiled, feeling a little lighter. At that moment, the bride and groom walked by, surrounded by friends and family. They looked happy and full of hope. Ravi and Anya watched them. "Do you believe in love?" Anya asked suddenly. Ravi thought for a moment. "I want to," he said honestly. "But it feels far away." Anya looked at him with hope. "Maybe love finds us when we least expect it," she said softly. Ravi smiled, feeling a small hope growing inside. As the evening went on, more guests came to their table, but Ravi and Anya stayed close. They talked quietly about their dreams and fears. For the first time, Ravi felt like he could be himself without judgment. The man Anya did not want to meet came back again, but this time, Anya did not seem afraid. Ravi stayed by her side, and the man moved away without saying much. When the night was almost over, Anya looked at Ravi. "Will you come with me to the garden?" she asked. Ravi nodded. Outside, the garden was cool and quiet. The stars shone bright above, and the flowers smelled fresh in the night air. They walked slowly along the path. Anya stopped near a small bench. "Thank you for being my friend tonight," she said. Ravi smiled. "You made this night better for me, too," he said. They sat down together and looked at the stars. For a moment, they shared a peaceful silence. Then Ravi said, "Maybe we both needed this night. Not just to pretend, but to feel something real." Anya looked at him with soft eyes. "Yes," she said. "Maybe this is a new beginning." Ravi nodded slowly, feeling a small warmth in his heart. He realized that sometimes, the people who come into your life unexpectedly can change everything. And maybe, just maybe, tonight was the start of something important. The night was calm in the garden. The stars above twinkled softly, and a gentle breeze moved the leaves on the trees. Ravi and Anya sat quietly on the bench, not speaking but feeling the quiet comfort of each other's presence. After a few minutes, Anya broke the silence. "I don't usually come to weddings like this," she said quietly. "It's not that I don't like celebrations. I feel lost in crowds sometimes." Ravi nodded, understanding her feelings better than he expected. "Sometimes, I feel the same," he said. "Success can be lonely." Anya looked at him with interest. "You seem like someone who has everything. Money, power, respect. How can you feel lonely?" Ravi smiled sadly. "Because none of those things can replace someone who cares for you. Someone who knows you beyond your work." Anya thought for a moment. "I wish I had someone like that," she said softly. Ravi looked at her, noticing a small sadness in her eyes. "Why did you ask me to pretend to be your date?" he asked gently. Anya sighed. "My family has plans for me. They want me to marry someone they chose. Someone I don't love. I wanted to avoid that meeting." Ravi's heart ached for her. "That's hard," he said. "To have your life decided by others." Anya nodded. "It feels like I don't belong to myself." Ravi took a deep breath. "I know what it means to feel trapped, even if it looks different for me." Anya looked at him, surprised. "My work controls me," he said. "I thought I wanted everything: money, success, power. But sometimes, I want to stop and just live." Anya smiled softly. "Maybe you need a break." Ravi laughed quietly. "Maybe." They sat together in silence again. The gentle rustling of leaves was the only sound. Suddenly, Anya looked at Ravi and said, "What if we made a promise?" Ravi raised an eyebrow. "What kind of promise?" To help each other, she said. To be there when we feel alone. Even if it's just tonight. Ravi smiled warmly. I promise, he said. They shook hands, a simple gesture but full of meaning. For the first time, Ravi felt a connection not based on business or status, but on simple human kindness. Anya looked around the garden. This place is beautiful at night, she said. It's quiet. Peaceful. Ravi agreed. It's a good place to think. They talked about their dreams, Anya's wish to study art, Ravi's hope to find happiness beyond work. Anya told Ravi about her love for painting and how she wished she had more time for it. Ravi shared how he missed simple things, walking in the park, talking without rush, having real friends. As the night deepened, they both felt lighter, as if a heavy weight was lifted from their shoulders. Anya looked at her watch. It's late, she said. I should get back. Ravi nodded. Do you want me to walk you back? Anya smiled. That would be nice. They stood up and slowly walked back toward the wedding hall. On the way, Ravi asked, what will you do about your family's plans? Anya hesitated. I don't know yet. But tonight gave me courage. Ravi said, sometimes, courage grows from small moments. They reached the hall, where the party was still going strong. People danced and laughed under the bright lights. Anya turned to Ravi. Thank you for being my friend tonight. Ravi smiled. Thank you for reminding me that I'm not alone. They exchanged a quiet look, understanding that this night had changed them both. Anya walked away toward her family, and Ravi returned to his corner table. But now, the empty chair next to him felt less lonely. And for the first time in a long time, Ravi believed that maybe, just maybe, he could find more than success, he could find happiness. The next morning, the sun rose slowly, painting the sky with soft pink and orange colors. The city was waking up, and the streets began to fill with life. Ravi sat in his high-rise apartment, looking out over the busy city below. But even with the beauty outside, his mind was restless. The events of the wedding still played in his thoughts. The quiet moments with Anya, the dance, the promise they made, it all felt like a dream. His phone buzzed on the table. He picked it up, expecting a work message or a call from an assistant. But the screen showed an unknown number. Ravi was curious but cautious. He answered the call. Hello, he said. Hi, Ravi. It's Anya, the voice said softly. Ravi smiled, surprised to hear from her so soon. Good morning, Anya. How are you? I'm fine. I just wanted to say thank you again for last night, she said. You helped me more than you know. Ravi felt warmth spread through his chest. I'm glad I could be there. They talked for a few minutes, sharing small stories about their mornings. Anya sounded different over the phone, calmer, more confident. Ravi felt something change inside him. Do you want to meet for coffee? He asked. There was a pause. Yes, Anya said softly. I would like that. They agreed to meet at a small cafe downtown later that day. As Ravi got ready, he felt a strange mix of excitement and nervousness. It was not like a business meeting or a deal. This was something new. At the cafe, Anya was already waiting when he arrived. She smiled when she saw him. They ordered coffee and sat by the window. The world outside was busy, but inside the cafe, time seemed to slow. Anya shared more about her life, her dreams of becoming an artist, the pressures from her family, and her fears about the future. Ravi listened carefully, feeling a strong urge to protect her from the struggles she faced. In return, he opened up about his life, how success had taken most of his time, how he sometimes felt like a stranger in his own world. Anya reached across the table and touched his hand gently. "You don't have to be alone, Ravi," she said softly. Ravi looked at her, surprised by the kindness in her eyes. "No, I don't," he agreed. As they talked, the connection between them grew stronger. For the first time in a long time, Ravi felt hope. They made plans to meet again, promising to support each other. Days passed, and their meetings became a regular part of their lives. Ravi found himself looking forward to their talks, and Anya found courage to stand up for herself. One afternoon, Ravi received a message from Anya. "Can we talk? It's important." He met her at a park near her home. Anya looked serious but determined. "My family wants me to marry that man from the wedding," she said. "They gave me an ultimatum." Ravi felt anger rise inside him. "That's not fair," he said. Anya nodded. "I know. But I don't know how to change their minds." Ravi thought for a moment. "We will find a way," he said firmly. They spent hours talking about options and plans. Anya felt stronger with Ravi by her side. For the first time, she believed she could make her own choices. Their friendship was growing into something deeper, but both were careful to move slowly. Ravi wanted to respect Anya's pace and give her space. Anya wanted to heal and find her own path. Together, they faced the challenges ahead, knowing they were not alone anymore. Days passed quickly. The city moved fast, but Ravi and Anya moved carefully step by step, building something new between them. Their friendship grew with every meeting. Sometimes they met at quiet cafes, other times they walked in parks or sat under trees watching the sky. Ravi found himself sharing things he never told anyone before. He spoke about his fears, his childhood, and the loneliness behind his success. Anya listened with care and shared her own stories. She talked about her dreams to paint, the pressure of her family's wishes, and the fear of losing herself. One afternoon, they met at a small art gallery that had a new exhibition. Anya's eyes lit up when she saw the paintings. "This is what I want to do," she said softly. "I want to paint stories with colors." Ravi smiled. "You have a talent for seeing beauty." Anya looked at him. "Thank you for believing in me." Their hands brushed for a moment, and both felt a quiet spark. But reality was never far away. That evening, Anya's phone rang. It was her mother. Ravi saw the worry in Anya's eyes. "Is everything okay?" he asked gently. Anya sighed. "They want me to decide quickly about the marriage." Ravi's heart ached. He knew this was a difficult choice for her. "We will face this together," he said. Anya smiled gratefully. The next day, they planned to meet Anya's family. Ravi wanted to understand them and show that he cared about Anya's happiness. At the family home, Ravi was welcomed politely but with careful eyes. Anya's parents were traditional and serious. They asked many questions about Ravi, his work, his background, and his intentions. Ravi answered honestly and respectfully. He told them how much he valued Anya's dreams and freedom. Anya's father looked at him carefully. "Do you love her?" he asked simply. Ravi nodded. "Yes. I want her to be happy, free to live her life as she wishes." Anya's mother looked moved but silent. After a long talk, her father finally said, "We will think about what you said." Ravi and Anya left the house with hope in their hearts. Walking away, Anya looked at Ravi. "Thank you for standing by me," she said. Ravi smiled warmly. "We are stronger together." Days later, Anya's family called her to meet again. This time, they were less strict but still firm about their wishes. Anya's mother spoke gently. "We want what is best for you, but we worry about your future." Anya took a deep breath. "I want to follow my heart," she said. Ravi stood beside her, feeling proud. "Anya is strong and kind," he said. "She deserves to choose her own path." Her parents looked at each other, then nodded slowly. The first step toward understanding had been taken. After the meeting, Ravi and Anya walked in the park, feeling lighter. Anya smiled. "I think they are beginning to see me." Ravi took her hand gently. "And I will be here every step of the way." Under the blue sky, two hearts found courage, one to break free, the other to support. They were no longer alone. They were standing together. The days turned into weeks, and life began to change for both Ravi and Anya. Their quiet moments together had grown into something much deeper. They shared laughter, hopes, and sometimes, silent comfort during hard times. But the biggest challenge was still ahead. Anya's family remained hesitant. Even though they had agreed to listen, their traditions ran deep. The idea of Anya making her own choices was new to them, and old habits die hard. One evening, Anya invited Ravi to her home for dinner. The air was thick with quiet tension, but Ravi was determined to stay calm. He wanted to show Anya's family that his intentions were true. As they entered the house, Anya's parents greeted them politely but with serious expressions. The dining room was beautifully decorated, yet the mood was heavy. During dinner, the conversation was polite but careful. Ravi spoke softly about his respect for family and tradition. He explained how much he admired Anya's strength and dreams. Anya's father listened carefully but seemed unsure. After the meal, he invited Ravi to sit with him in the living room for a private talk. Ravi agreed, his heart beating faster. He wanted to show respect and honesty. "Ravi," Anya's father began, "I see you care for my daughter. But I worry about her future. The world is not easy." Ravi nodded. "I understand your worries. I have built my life through hard work, and I want to protect Anya from harm. But most of all, I want her to be happy." The older man looked at Ravi for a long moment, then sighed. "Your words are good. But actions speak louder." Ravi smiled gently. "I am ready to prove myself. Not just in words but in deeds." The father seemed to soften a little. "Very well. Let us see." Meanwhile, Anya watched from the doorway, hope flickering in her eyes. Days later, Ravi took Anya to his office. It was a huge building filled with busy people and bright lights. Anya felt nervous but curious. Ravi showed her around, introducing her to his team. Everyone greeted her warmly, and she saw a different side of Ravi, one that was kind and respected by many. After the tour, Ravi took Anya to his private office. It was filled with books, pictures, and small personal things. He turned to Anya and said, "This is my world. It's busy, but it's also a place where I work to build a better future." Anya smiled. "It's impressive." Ravi looked at her, his eyes soft. "And I want to build that future with you. But only if you want." Anya's heart raced. "I want that too." They shared a quiet moment, knowing their journey was just beginning. Back at home, Anya's parents called a family meeting. They discussed Anya's wishes and Ravi's sincerity. Anya's mother said, "Maybe it's time we accept change." Her father agreed, "We must trust Anya and the man she chooses." The walls of tradition were breaking slowly, opening space for new dreams. When Ravi and Anya heard the news, they felt a deep relief and joy. One evening, Ravi took Anya to the rooftop of his building. The city lights stretched out like a sea of stars below them. He held her hand and said, "We have come a long way, but there is still a journey ahead." Anya smiled, feeling brave. "With you, I believe anything is possible." Together, they looked at the bright city, ready to face whatever the future held. Their hearts were full of hope, courage, and the promise of a new beginning. The day of the small celebration had finally arrived. It was not a wedding, but a gathering of friends and family to honor a new start, a beginning born from courage, trust, and love. Ravi stood near the entrance of the hall, his heart beating with nervous excitement. The month since the wedding had changed everything in his life. He had learned what truly mattered beyond wealth and success. Anya walked in, radiant and calm. She wore a simple dress that reflected her natural beauty, and her eyes sparkled with hope. Their families were there, Anya's parents smiling softly, Ravi's close friends nodding with approval. The atmosphere was warm and full of promise. Ravi took Anya's hand gently, and together they faced the crowd. The man who once expected Anya to marry another had not come. He had accepted that Anya's happiness was more important than tradition or pressure. Anya's mother stepped forward, her voice filled with emotion. "We have learned to listen, to understand, and to trust," she said. "Anya is no longer a child to be guided by others, but a woman who knows her own heart." Anya's father nodded in agreement. "We are proud of her courage, and we welcome Ravi as a friend and a partner in her journey." Ravi felt a deep gratitude as he looked at Anya's family. He knew this moment was the result of patience and respect. Anya smiled at Ravi. "Thank you for standing with me, even when it was hard." Ravi squeezed her hand. "I will always be here for you." They turned to face the crowd, who began to clap and cheer. The night was filled with laughter, music, and dance, joy that came from true freedom and acceptance. Later, as the stars shone above, Ravi and Anya walked outside into the cool night air. They found a quiet spot under a tree, where the city lights sparkled like 1,000 dreams. Anya looked up at the sky. "I never imagined this would happen." Ravi smiled. "Neither did I. But sometimes life surprises us." Anya leaned her head on Ravi's shoulder. "I'm glad it did." Ravi wrapped his arm around her, feeling a peace he had never known. "Do you remember the night we met at the wedding?" he asked softly. Anya laughed. "How could I forget? You were sitting alone, looking so serious. And you came over and whispered, 'Pretend you're with me.'" They both laughed, the memory warm and bright. "That moment changed everything," Ravi said. Anya nodded. "It showed me that kindness can come from strangers, and that sometimes, taking a chance can change your life." Ravi looked into her eyes. "This is just the beginning." Anya smiled, hope shining in her gaze. Together, they walked back toward the celebration, ready to face the future hand in hand. They had learned that love is not about perfection or grand gestures. It is about courage, respect, and standing by each other when it matters most. And with that love, they knew they could build a life full of joy, freedom, and endless possibilities. The billionaire CEO who once sat alone at a wedding had found something more valuable than money or power. He had found a true connection. And with that, a new chapter began.